For the third straight game, the Ohio Bobcats offense put up over 40 points, this time en route to a 45-28 win over the Miami Redhawks in the Battle of the Bricks on Halloween. What's up, Bobcat fans? I'm WOUB sports reporter Thomas Garverick coming to you from Keene Stadium. And tonight, Nathan Rourke was a human highlight reel. Nathan Rourke. What else can you say about this guy, other than he has a knack for finding the end zone? The Meigs Lady Marauders bounced back in a big way with a dominating 57-24 win over the Southern Tornadoes Thursday night. What's up, Hardwood Heroes Nation? I'm your online host, Thomas Garverick, and alongside with me is Meigs lead reporter Joe Hennessy. And tonight, Joe, it was all about that Meigs suffocating defense.
Buckeyes, the undefeated Buckeyes, take on the Shady Side Tigers. So how did it unfold?
Joey P., this was a complete team performance by the Buckeyes tonight. The Tigers came out with a banner that said, "Time to roast a Buckeye," and that did not sit well in Nelsonville. The Buckeyes were already amped up, and the Tigers just added more fuel to the fire. Behind their dynamic thunder and lightning duo of Cole Yinger and Keegan Wilburn, the Buckeyes were unstoppable. Wilburn, man oh man, can anyone stop him? He goes LaShawn Shady McCoy-esque on the Shady Side defense as he bursts down the sideline for 30 yards. Later in the drive, Wilburn hands off the keys to Yinger. Out of the power eye, he delivers the punishing finish from 7 yards out, and the Tigers would be seeing a lot more of that. The ensuing Buckeye drive, Wilburn, rumble, young man, rumble. He takes a handoff to the outside, and he is gone. 26 yards to the house for his first score of the night, but hats off to the Buckeye defense. The Tigers have to go for it on fourth down, and Anthony Coggins drops back to pass. And how about Garrett Maiden? He breaks up the pass, and the Buckeyes go back to work. Maiden, he only completed 3 passes in the first half, but 2 of them went for 6. He rolls out and gets it to Zinger out in space, and he does the rest. 46 yards to the end zone he goes. Buckeyes up 21-0. Right before the half, Wilburn says if Yinger has 2 scores, then he wants 2 as well. Maiden finds him wide open in the end zone for the easy score. Wilburn had a $127 rushing on the night, and the Buckeye defense pitched the shutout against the Tigers team averaging 37 points a game. The Buckeyes are moving on 34-0. Welcome back, I'm Thomas Garverick. It's October, and baseball fans know what that means. The MLB postseason kicked off last night between the New York Yankees and the Minnesota Twins. After the Twins took an early lead, Didi Gregorius tied the game at 3 with his 3-run shot in the bottom of the first. And a couple innings later, all rise for the 6'7" Aaron Judge. He hit a 2-run home run to give the team a lead, and from there they went on to win 8-4. Yankees manager Joe Girardi talked about Judge's infectious attitude that has spread around his ball club.
When I look at Aaron, there's a smile on his face a lot, and there's just something about him, the way he carries himself, that you just feel really good when he's around.
Will face the Cleveland Indians on Thursday in the American League Division Series with first pitch slated for 7:30 p.m. Now heading to the National League. The Colorado Rockies head to Arizona to face the Diamondbacks in the second wild card game tonight. Both teams come as a surprise to be in the postseason this year. The Rockies' last appearance was in 2009, and for the Diamondbacks, their last season of postseason ball came in 2010. Both teams lack experience, but a guy that is certainly no stranger to the spotlight is Diamondbacks ace Zach Greinke. The former Cy Young winner will be making his 10th career postseason start tonight. For the Rockies, they'll be sending their best pitcher on the mound, John Gray, who won 10 games this year. He went 2-0 against these Diamondbacks and will try to get win number 3 tonight. The winner will face the LA Dodgers in the National League Division Series on Friday. Another big week filled with action comes the way of the Ohio women's soccer team. They'll look to bounce back after a tough weekend that saw them fall to Ball State 3-1 on Friday and a tie with rival Miami on Sunday. The Bobcats take on Buffalo tomorrow with a chance to get to the 500 mark on the season. With the Bobcats having last week's MAC Players of the Week in Hannah Jaggers and Allie Curry, they'll have a great shot at defending their home turf. Kickoff tomorrow against the Bulls is set for 4 p.m. Then on Sunday, the Bobcats will play in Cleveland when they take on Akron. That game's set for 1 p.m. There will be no action in the Convo this weekend as the Ohio women's volleyball team heads on the road twice this week for more conference play. It's been an up-and-down season for this squad that sits 2 games below the 500 mark at 8-10. The team is coming off a 3-1 loss to the Bowling Green Falcons on Saturday. This Bobcat team has been plagued by miscues, including a staggering 27 attack errors against the Falcons. The Bobcats will try to clean that up tomorrow night as they hit the road to try to get back on track. They take on Kent State with tip-off set for 7 p.m. This week's AP Ohio High School poll came out, and once again, there's only one team in Gridiron's coverage ranked inside the top 10. The Nelsonville York Buckeyes find themselves sliding into the 4 slot in Division 4. The Buckeyes are still undefeated at 6-0 and find themselves at the top of the TVC Ohio. Lead by Garrett Maiden offensively and Ronnie Wynn defensively, the Buckeyes will only continue to rise in the rankings. They're back in action this Friday against Wellston. I'm Thomas Garverick, and that's it for sports. Back to you, Jacob.